Hey, how's it going, guys? This is your boy Hazzed, and today on the Battle for Azeroth beta, the devs have decided to implement something extremely nice for PvPers, something we've been waiting for and talking about for a seriously long time. They've implemented a 1v1 dueling area where you can fight random players in and out all day if you want to, once or twice a day. It doesn't even matter, but I'm extremely excited for this. It blew my mind. So let's go ahead and jump into this video and discuss exactly what's going on here. So obviously the first thing that you're going to have to do before you want to come down here and queue for this is you got to know where it's at, because it's kind of out of the way in comparison to other things on the map. Now right here is the main city, as you see right there, and all you have to do is come down from the main city down to the docks and then cross this left hand bridge where you see my little arrow right there, and call me senpai down there. So from there, once you've arrived, you have to have war mode activated and turned on to be able to queue for this, and you have to walk over to the Restari Guard. Now all you have to do is right click on him and hit I'm here to duel, and it's going to put a little buff in your upper right hand corner, and anyone around you or anyone that's queued up is also going to have the buff, and you're going to have a number based on the amount of people in the queue, and it's going to tell you when you're up next. After your time is ready to come up, you'll be teleported down here with the other player about 5 to 10 yards away from you, and then from there it's going to be a 10-second countdown where you could travel anywhere inside of this main arena. Don't pass the Water Guardians, don't pass the Guardians over here, and you can move around and do whatever you want until that 10 seconds is up, and then from there the duel begins, and then you're going to fight it out until one person loses. Once one person loses, the loser is going to be teleported outside of the ring. Now this 1v1 scenario is not only just for duels in 1v1 scenarios, it's also going to be based on kind of a king of the ring. So once somebody wins a duel, the loser gets teleported out, the next person comes in, they fight that person that previously won that duel, and then more than likely, even if they're a really strong class that can duel most of the time, they'll probably end up losing the duel after 1 or 2, maybe even 3 duels, just based on the fact that they won't have cooldowns, and they'll probably be coming up against people that do have cooldowns. So there will be a bit of rotation going on inside of this duel arena that's going to end up being very cool in the long run. Now let's say you're burnt out on dueling, you don't really want to duel somebody, you're kind of feeling weak right now, you don't have enough gear. What you can do also is speculate using this Hex Priest Junda over here, and all you have to do is click show me, and you get this little buff on you called Mind Vision, which, I mean, it's a fairly known talent, but it's a little bit different from what you know, and it equips you with buttons 1 and 2, which are both Mind Vision. 1 and 2 is basically going to show you an overview, kind of like looking down on my character right now, of what that character is doing from roughly about that position. I bet you can also zoom in and look around from there to see what's going on, but it'll let you switch between the targets, and when you want to leave, all you have to do is click cancel Mind Vision and go ahead and revert back to normal while you're sitting there waiting for your duel. So you'll never really be too bored waiting around for your turn to duel, because you'll always be able to watch the current match happening right before your eyes, right in front of you. Heck, you could even record other matches between other players and just to see how things turn out. So that's going to be a really amazing feature, just to kind of build up the duel community and knowing that there's always going to be eyes watching when people are just waiting around. Finally, one of our PvP dreams has finally been realized. PvP community, can you believe this? We finally have a 1v1 arena, because for a very long time, we felt like we've been in the backseat of World of Warcraft. The PvP community hasn't been getting very much attention. They give us little things here and there, but overall, we've been asking for quite a bit of things, such as this, you know, the dueling arena, and it's taken quite a few expansions for it to be implemented in, but it seems they have taken notice finally and started deciding that, yeah, this is the stuff they want, and this is the kind of stuff we're going to start putting into the game. So this is something that I am completely excited for. I am all for this. I want to see this in the near future. Heck, if they could put in some PvP queues down here, maybe a vendor, something that just makes people come down here on a regular basis besides just dueling, that'll also be cool, because I really would like to see see this kind of become the center location for PvPers to hang out and duel and fight and watch each other, and really be able to start and grow a community within servers just based on the players that you play with in those areas. Now, obviously on live servers, there's going to be a ton of servers using war mode, in which it combines servers. Currently here on the beta, I'm not phasing over to Sylvanas, which my DK is on Anduin right now, and I'm not seeing the players over there, which was very disappointing because at the moment my queues are bugged out, but that server seems to be working perfectly fine, and I would like to go over there and duel, but obviously I can't. So I would like to see this area phase over into the other servers so we could duel cross servers in war mode, and hopefully that is going to have an effect. I'm not 100% sure if this is like within the main city walls, so it doesn't phase over or something along those lines, but I would like to see this being a phaseable area so we could, you know, duel other players across server, or duel anyone really. So I'm hoping this is going to be server wide. So that's one of the worries I kind of have towards it. That'll kind of make it but if they make it server wide, it'll be absolutely amazing. You'll be able to duel for days. Now, I have been reading some comments about what are we going to get for dueling? What's going to be the reward for actually dueling? Well, me personally, being a PvPer or dueler generally, I don't need a reward for dueling. It's just something I enjoy doing on a regular basis quite often. Now, I've seen a lot of people commenting things like, why would I do this if I'm not going to get any honor for it? Why am I not going to do this if I, you know, if I don't get a tabard, if I don't really get anything for it? So I would like to see some kind of inclusion for items that we could either earn by winning duels, maybe titles or something along those lines, just to give people a slight bit of incentive to come down here and duel instead of just making it a pastime, which, don't get me wrong, I'm 100% happy that it's a pastime. I'd be perfectly happy with not earning anything from it as long as people still came down and dueled and I was able to duel people on a regular basis. And of course, since if the servers are phasing over, I'll have people to duel all day and I'll never run out, and I'll be completely happy with the situation. But outside of that, it would be cool to see some kind of incentive to the dueling. Maybe if you win 5 duels in a row, you earn a title. I mean, obviously that could be easily exploited and abused, but I could definitely see that something along those lines happening. Maybe you earn duel tokens every time you get a victory. A tabard costs 50 duel tokens. You're able to buy that tabard. There you go. You have your duel tabard. Not only is there an arena tabard, there's a duel tabard. Since a lot of people know that there's a difference between arena gameplay PvP and 1v1 PvP. And myself, I like to specialize in 1v1, while a lot of other players like to look forward towards the elongated arena fighting. And that's why when you see me go toe against even a 2700 arena player, it seems like I've got the upper hand because that is my play style. That's how I like to play, and doing duels like this is what I like to do. I don't really care for the arena situations. I don't care to rely on teammates, and I don't really care for the complete style of arena. I don't really care for healers being involved either. But the other thing we have to know about these 1v1 duels is I can imagine if you're standing down here doing these duels, and let's say you're standing down here on a caster of any sort or on a warrior of any sort, and this is the only thing that kind of worries me, and it's kind of like the same thing that worries me about war mode also, is it may not be very fun if you come down here to duel, you're a fresh 120, and you look over, and let's say you're an arms warrior, and the 6 people standing next to you that are queuing up for these duels are all blood DKs. So think about that. Inevitably, we would have tanks just dueling tanks and never actually killing the other tanks, or we would have tanks dueling healers and the duels would never end. So there are a few things we have to look into in terms of world PvP. Now obviously there's a bunch of scaling and changes that are going to be heading towards us during the near future, but these are just things I want to get off my chest, give my opinion on in this video, and go ahead and let people know exactly what my worries are with this thing, because as we know, even if like let's say a rogue, which is very strong in 1v1 world PvP combat, goes in there, generally he's gonna win his first duel. He might even win his second duel, but after the third duel he's gonna lose cooldowns. As we see in the 1v1 5v5, rogues tend to die off after the majority of their cooldowns wear out. But as in healers and tanks, you could put a Disc Priest in there right now, just to use it as an example, and the Disc Priest could probably kill just about every DPS that stepped into that arena. Since healers are designed to take on two classes, 2 DPS at once, it takes that much burst to kill the healer. You throw a healer down in there with just, you know, DPS trying to earn their wins or just have fun with their wins, aren't really going to enjoy themselves fighting blood DKs or healers. So these are things we're gonna kind of look at and look into, but I don't want to exclude healers and I don't want to exclude tanks. But I feel like if they're gonna be involved, there needs to be some kind of rule for it. There needs to be some kind of change for it, because it's not going to be a very fun environment getting beat up by healers and tanks all day trying to have fun just dueling people. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like down below if you are just ready for that future 1v1 content, because I know I am. I'm going to be perched up right here waiting for the first person ready to go and just hammer it on them. You know, it's coming. It's coming. The duels are coming. Doesn't matter if my class is good or not. I'm going to be just like ready to go at all times. But if you have any comments or questions about Battle for Azeroth, World PvP, or dueling, go ahead and put them down in the comments below. And if you want some more Future for Us DK or Unholy DK content, go ahead and subscribe, because there will be stuff in the future. Now, to come down here and record this video and do a little bit of coverage on it, I had to completely drop a project I was working on. That video should be out either tomorrow or the next day, determining whether I upload this video tonight or tomorrow morning. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I can't say that enough. This is amazing. This is good. And until next time, this was your boy Hazzed.